Part 1 of how I turned a messy spare bedroom into the office of my dreams. First, we took everything out of the room, which definitely took a while, but we needed a blank canvas to start with. Once we cleared the room and emptied the furniture, we had one wall to paint. We originally started this project earlier this year, but then my dad got sick, so we put a pause on it until now. And now that he's fully recovered, we decided to pick things up again. Once we finished painting, we took a quick little pizza break and then decided to replace the fan. The old fan was really ugly, so we decided to replace it with a more modern one. It took a couple of hours, but my dad did most of the work and it ended up looking so much better. Follow for part 2.
I got this gossip bench at a yard sale for $15. In the old days, ladies would sit right here, answer their telephones, and gossip. Here's me demonstrating in case I wasn't clear enough. I don't know. All right, I spray painted that gold, sanded it down, spray painted this gold as well. Did the legs gold, painted the whole thing black, and then I measured out because I wanted the legs to have gold on the end. Yes, that drip did give me anxiety in case you were wondering. I did a second coat and drilled a hole because I wanted to have a charger in my gossip bench, and here is the final result. Follow me for more furniture flips and DIY projects.
One, two, three, let's switch this up.
One day, I was just going through Facebook Marketplace and I found an old short bus that was perfect for turning into a tiny home. I messaged the guy and bought it the next day. Then I got started on the 3D model of how I wanted the inside to look like. Next, I got to work by gutting the whole bus, installing a new insulated floor, changing the door, and absolutely slapping a new doorknob on it. Now I wanted a remote door lock on it that would also function as a deadbolt. So I drilled through the wall and found this long bolt that I could modify into a deadbolt. The bolt and the remote car lock I found online, somehow I needed to connect them. So here's how. I put that hard rod in the hole, then I shaped the metal so they wouldn't come apart and attached it to the inside of the wall. Attached some wires together. Now I have a deadbolt you can only unlock if you have the remote. I also installed the same thing on my driver's side door. Next episode, I'll show you how I installed a fan and a skylight and how to do the Renegade. Just kidding about the Renegade.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, so we're about 20 minutes in and this is where we're at so far. It's smaller than my hand and we still got all these, so.
Alright guys, a little update. This is an hour in. That's it. It's as big as my hand.
Alright guys, we are now 2 hours into the rubber band ball. It is looking pretty good. You guys have been working on this for so long, it's actually dark now. I can't believe I just spent 4 hours making this rubber band ball, and in part 2 we're gonna make it twice as big with all these. Let's do it.
Alright, you ready? Yeah. Hey! Shh, dude, no. You gotta go like, hey. Oh, okay. Wait. My words float on the sound. Mouth all swimming around. Yeah. Wait for the drop of the sound. Yeah. Hey. My words float on the sound. My words float on the sound. My words float on the sound. I'm just having fun with the sun cause I cook. Started making beats, now I think they got shook. I learned recipes and studied my cookbook. The first thing I do is just start with the hook. Then the verse with no curse, every verse, no reverse. I change up the style cause I love the diverse. Work with the drop on my phone, I listen and rehearse. And I'm dropping so much, create my universe. I kinda know what I'm doing. My bank need to start renewing. The new app just keeps on reviewing. I'll be winning when I start losing. Feeling a
Amy, what are you doing? It's 2 a.m.
Make it a lava lamp. We
need
A what?
We need more decorations in this apartment anyway.
Shit, a lava lamp?
Make a lava lamp.
That's my light.
No. Alright, so we're gonna pour
Oh my, that's so much oil.
Bought a little bit too much oil, but I just want to be safe. Alright, so now I need vinegar. I don't know how much I need. I have these left over.
So, is there a reaction from this, or is it just
No, it's just gonna, you know how the bubbles in the lava lamp have color?
Yeah.
So that's what this is. And then I'm gonna add some glitter too.
It's shimmering.
Alright, don't get too close, I might splash you.
I think bubbles are floating.
I actually have baking soda. So this is what's going to make it react.
Whoa. That is insane.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh, that's the coolest lava lamp
Oh no,
I've
no,
ever.
no.
And hands me this plant, white paint, and 3 brushes. All he says is make a video of you painting this plant, and when you're done, bring it to me. I have something for you. I mean, here we go, I guess. I'm just getting paper towels so I don't get it on the granite. I'm nervous because he doesn't do things like this. I'm just gonna lay the plant like that and get this open. I'm gonna make a little dot. Oh my gosh, I think that's too much. Boop. At this point, I'm just making little dots. This is a look. I don't know why, but I manage to make a mess every time I do something. Maybe that's why he's doing this, but I'm blaming it on the sponge things because they're really hard to work with. I'm putting this on my tripod, and in about 5 minutes, I'll go in with the second layer. I'm trying to look back and think, why a plant? What have I ever said that would have anything to do with a plant? A plant has 5 letters. I don't freaking know. I just finished the second layer. I think it looks pretty good. I just realized I'm verified? What? Okay, I'm done. Here's the video. I cannot wait to see what he has for me.
My boyfriend bought me super cute flowers. And so I got a piece of paper, folded it in half, put my flowers inside, and then you put a piece of toilet paper, or paper towel, I can't talk, on either side to absorb any moisture that comes out. Put it in for a minute. I had to add 30 seconds. Take it out, it should be dry. Then you want to line it so it looks cute and all, you know. Gotta look cutesy, so that's how I lined it. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought a frame that has double glass. Put the flowers inside the glass, like so. Put the glass on top, and then look how cute. And then, yeah, put it in my bathroom. DIY, do it!
Here we go with part 3 of making over the room under my stairs. So I ordered this chalkboard sticker on Amazon, and I decided I would put on this one wall, which it happened to fit perfectly. I couldn't even believe it. It's just one of those like decal stickers, so you stick it on, you kind of have to get the bubbles out, and I just kind of cut it to the size of the wall. I honestly couldn't believe how well it fit there. I just thought it'd be really fun for when friends are eventually allowed over and we're like hanging out in this room. It could just be really fun to draw and doodle and whatnot. And then I also ordered these vines off of Amazon and these little mirrored hexagon things. I have a lot of ideas with the lighting in here, so I thought it would be really cool to have mirrors all over the walls. It'll kind of reflect the light when we have it in there. I just placed them randomly all over the wall and I thought it looked really cool. So I feel like this wall is turning out really cool. And then moving on to the vines. So I don't really know what to do with the vines except that they're gonna go on this wall. I ended up just taking a nail and hammering them into the wall and then just stringing the vines over it.
It's so cool.
I have a ton left over, so I might go back in and add more, but we'll see. And this is kind of what it's looking like right now. Follow for part 4, which should hopefully be up tomorrow.
I saw a bunch of people on TikTok making rolling trays and I decided to make one. Took the top from an old tin box and painted it black. I took all of my roommates' old puff bars laying around and I laid them out. I made sure to mix the resin really well, then I added glitter to it. I poured the resin onto the tray and I made sure that it was on an even level so it dispersed evenly. After that, I took a small blowtorch and I fired it over the resin to make sure there was no bubbles. This was the aftermath.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it.
I think you know where this about to go.
I remember when I lost my mind.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
I did it.
Hey guys, guess what? This movie came out. It's out right now. We've been waiting forever. Since we can't go to the movies, I decided to make the living room into a movie theater. But it's not gonna look like a boring theater. It's gonna look like a really cool theater. So me and Roman gathered every blanket in our freaking house. Let's do this! Ow! Bro, you better be careful. Okay. Now it's time to get science. Excuse me. Science. Oh, stop. So I'm gonna. Ugh. Seriously? Don't try this at home. Oh. Ah. Look at it. Don't turn the fan on, am I right? I'm just kidding. So this is what I got so far. Look inside. Ah! Y'all make sure you seal up those holes because y'all know who be creeping you. Man, I should have worked at a circus building tent. Oh, you look so cute. Look what I just found. Ah! I'd say we're ready to get this movie started.
Bye guys, I'm gonna watch the movie.
Bye. Hey y'all, I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect cutoff shorts for the summertime. This is a super easy technique. Keep watching if you want to know how. I got my jeans from Walmart from the men's section, $10.44, and they're 100% cotton, which is what you need for the fraying. You're going to need some scissors, a box cutter, something to cut with, something to mark your jeans with, and something to measure with. I measured 2.5 inches down from the inseam, and I just marked with some soap. You can go longer if you want. And then 11 inches down from the waistband, I'm marking there too. You can go longer if you want right here too. I like my shorts to come up at an angle, so I'm going to draw a straight line there, do it on both sides and the back. Then I'm going to cut across the line. I pulled out my pocket, so I didn't cut off my pocket though. Now I'm drawing where I want to have my holes in distressing, but don't draw too close to the crotch because, well, you know. So this is part 1, and I'll have part 2 up. I've always had an issue with my phone falling off my bed at night since I don't have a table next to my bed, so I decided to make a phone holder. I drew a little sketch so I knew what I was doing, and here's my 3D pen. Here's me doing the back of the phone holder. I'm doing like a crisscross thingy, and I put 2 holes at the top so that I can zip tie it to my bed frame, and then I did the same for the front minus the zip tie holes, and then I just made the sides. I know this isn't the neatest, but I just wanted something functional
And I did this little crisscross pattern so that it would be breathable. I didn't want it to be solid because I wanted my phone to not overheat in it. So I did the two sides, and then the bottom I left a hole for the charger, which was very important, and then I just put it all together. There's the hole for the charger, and then I just had to zip tie it, and it's done. This is super functional and exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm just using an old phone to show you guys what it would look like. And that's it.